In this video, we're combining two of my favorite things, photography and a trip to the farmer's market. Why the farmer's market? Well, because there will be lots of people, and I prefer people in my ICM photos. If you're not familiar with ICM Photography, ICM stands for Intentional Camera Movement. It's all about using motion to create abstract, painterly images that brings a unique energy to the photo. And you can use any camera to do this, but today I'll be using my iPhone for the photos. It's much less conspicuous in a crowded place like this. I use a free app called Spectra because it allows me to change the exposure time on the iPhone up to 30 seconds. However, I don't normally use the full 30 seconds. Most of the time I'm only using about 5 seconds, but here you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm just pressing the photo button and shaking my phone around until I get the look that I want. And then I press the photo button again to stop the exposure. So let's take a look at the photos I got. So starting out the morning, I went to the coffee shop to see who was there. Right off the bat, there was this person sitting on the left side. And I like the window light and how everything framed, so to start off the photo, I did this. And it looks pretty good. I like it. Definitely has the ICM look to it. But let's see what else we got. So moving around the farmer's market, there was a place where, of course, they were selling flowers. It was very colorful, so I wanted to try to get that. And this turned out pretty good too. This turned out better than I thought it would be. I thought it would just be a big blurry mess, but you can definitely tell it's flowers. And I do like how the pattern is here. The like scratchiness of the way the iPhone does it. I mentioned this in my last video, but the iPhone tends to make like this kind of scratchy look, and I think the reason why it does that is because the way it does exposure, long exposures, it takes multiple photos and layers them on top of each other. So I think that's what it's doing here. Whereas if you did this with a regular camera, it wouldn't have this kind of effect. So I do like this effect. It's cool. It's different. Overall, good photo. Yes. Okay. So then this time, so I was walking along and I saw dragon statue thing, and I just thought it was cool. And I wanted to try to do an ICM with it, and it did pretty good. I like it. It looks very dreamy, like the silhouette the way I wanted it to. You can still see the teeth. I like this. This turned out a lot better than I thought it would. It definitely looks like a painting as well. So this next image here, there was a guitarist playing for the crowd. I really like this photo, how it turned out. I like how he's bending over right here playing with his like pedal. I like how you can't really see, it's really just a silhouette of him. Like however the ICM did it, like it's just, I like how it just kind of completely made him dark. And then, but you have a strip right here of his guitar, like in color. I don't know how this happened, but that's really cool. And then I like the texture of his hair. You can definitely tell he's got some dreads going on. I like that. And then over here, oh, I just noticed he's got the microphone. That's cool. And the booth looks alright. But I took another one of him. This one he's standing up. And I like this one too, but I think I like this one better. Even though he's not standing up straight, the definition of his this one where you can't tell as much, but this one still looks good too. And then I did another one where I was just kind of spinning my phone around, and now he's completely gone. I mean, you can kind of tell he's here, but I don't know if you would know that without me like pointing out that this is a person. But I like this because it almost looks like this area right here is a tree. It's not, but this is like a tree surrounded by some kind of weird atmosphere thing going on. So this one's cool too. Just, you can get so many different effects just by the way you move the camera. Alright, in this photo, so I sat down and I was just watching people walk past me, and basically all I'm doing here at this point is when people are walking past me, I'm just following them. So I'm taking a photo and I'm just following them for a couple seconds and then stopping, and that's kind of what this is doing. Instead of shaking my camera, I'm more just following them. It still gives the same kind of effect, and I like it. I like how pretty much half his body is kind of blown out. It just has his face in this part right here. That's pretty good. You can tell he's got like a bag around his arm. When you go down to the bottom part, this one's a little bit too messy, but the top part looks pretty good. Zoom in more. I like that he has like little glasses right here. Alright, here's another one where a person is just walking past me and I'm following them with the camera, inadvertently creating an ICM photo by doing that. And I like this, yeah. So you can tell the person's walking. Here's another image of that person, so it's kind of overlaying and then as you move down, the legs kind of fade out. Yeah, I like this one. This one turned out pretty good. Alright, this one I really like. I like how the bottom part kind of like turns into like a ghostly ICM photo, but then the more you come to the top, it's got more of the definition, and I really like the person's hat. I also like the background color of this banner here. I think it all kind of like complements each other. Also, her purse, I just realized I like the color here as well. So the gray jacket, little hint of purple here, and then this pink here. I think it all complements each other. And here's another one where a person is just walking past me. Now this photo would have been better if he was kind of looking at me, coming towards me. But I do like the tones of this photo, the earth tones of it, and also when zooming in, like, this is what's cool about using the phone. Like these textures that it does, like the scratchiness of it looks really cool. I like his legs here. I like how his legs kind of blend in with each other and becomes like one long like stump. It's almost like he's growing out of the ground or something. Okay, this next one, a guy on a bike was going by, so I'm doing the same thing. I like this. The bike turned out really good. I like the colors on this bike, and I'm surprised at how well defined it is because he was moving pretty fast. I like this too. I like how this almost looks like a kid with a crayon who just like colored this guy's face red. It's so cool the kind of effects that you can get, and you never quite know what you're getting until you like see it later. I also like this part right here, how his desk is just kind of like cut off at this point. All right, this next photo, another person walking by, got a stroller, and let's see. So we got the kid looking at me. It looks pretty good. This other kid here, you can tell there's the arm. The legs look a little weird here, but all in all, I do like it. We're at that place again where the colorful banner is, and this person is just walking by with a box of flowers. In fact, these are the flowers that I took originally at the beginning of this video. So she bought the flowers walking by, and this one's cool too. Definitely looks like a painting. I like how the image of her it's not perfect, but it's still like you can tell it's her in a way. So for example here, you can tell like her arm comes down here, but then you can't really see her hand. It just kind of blends in. And here's just a dog looking at me and can't really tell his face. I like that. It's just a big blob of hair. And here's another dog. Actually, one of the reasons why I took this photo was just to show you guys how big this dog is. I mean, this dog was massive. More than half the size of this person. Okay, this photo I definitely like because of the red dress. And yes, I did take out some of the color. There was like blue in here. I took it out specifically just to bring out the red dress. I think the ICM did really good on this one. Now the white dog, the whole reason why I even took this photo was because of the dog, but I also got another photo here. This one, I like this one a little bit better. I think this one is probably just a better photo in general, but for some reason I like this one better. Oh, I just noticed this is a person's face. I thought this was part of the dog. Wow, this doesn't even look real. It looks like it's like superimposed or something. All right, this next photo, just another person walking along again. Well, it turned out okay. There's not much to say about it. I mean, I do like the fact that her legs, it looks like she has like 3 legs going on, but they kind of like disappear. And here's another one of a dog. This one, it's a little bit too perfect. Can't quite tell I'm doing ICM here, except if you go down to the legs and you kind of see the legs are gone. But other than that, like the face is too perfect. Ah yes, this photo. So there was a guy who was walking around the farmer's market and he had his pet possum with him. He could not go 10 steps without people coming up to him and asking to like pet his possum. Definitely wanted a photo of it. And this is probably one of the best photos that I got of it. So the possum's just like staring at me. Everybody keeps going and grabbing its tail and pulling on it. He's just trying to get away. It's hilarious. But I do like this photo. I like how you got the facial expression here. You can definitely tell they're like looking at the person's tail or the possum's tail, and it just tells a pretty good story to this one right here. I do like the backpack too. I like how that came out. Okay, this photo I did like. It looks a little awkward though, just the fact that like compositionally, like this guy is looking over to the right and the photo kind of ends here, and then this person's like way on the left. It kind of looks weird, but at the same time I like this. I like the fact that this guy's head is completely missing. That this person also is just kind of like there. I like this umbrella here. I like that this guy's hands, how they're kind of like blurred out. The only thing I don't like is when there's text. I feel like that ruins it. There's nothing I can really do about that, but And here's another photo of a lady walking past me, and so I'm just taking a photo and following her and letting that be the motion of the ICM photography instead of shaking my camera. I don't know if I like this or not. I don't like all of these like cuts specifically on this photo, but I do like the red dress since I think up here is a little bit busy too. As a whole, it's a pretty good photo, and I do kind of like this backpack. And alright, here are my 4 favorite photos from this round, and which do you like the best? Is it photo number 1, the guitar player playing for the crowd? Or photo number 2, the lady with the cool hat? Or photo number 3, the lady with the box of flowers? Or photo number 4, the possum that stole the show? Vote by leaving a comment below, and thanks for watching.